911, fire, medical, or police?
Medical.
Where at?
It's going to be at Greenberg and Hall.
Okay, what's the problem there?
You've got a big accident. There's a tanker truck and somebody stuck inside.
Okay, just a tankers or another vehicle involved?
There's another car. There's a white car there.
Okay, is there any gas leaking or any smoke from the car?
There's a little bit of smoke showing.
When disaster strikes, help is as close as your telephone. All you need to do is dial 911, and you open the door to a vast network of emergency services. At the heart of 911 is the dispatcher, a person trained to face emergency calls calmly and with confidence, so she can send exactly the right kind of help speeding on its way. When a fire or other disaster strikes, time is critical. Extra minutes, even seconds, can mean the difference between life and death.
The one we just put on? It's off, it's off!
Let's try and get the door. I'll take the windows out here. Sir?
All right, Ryan.
Like he's untouched. Keep his breathing, Ned.
Every day, in cities and towns all over the United States and Canada, lives and property are saved because someone calls 911. Getting help in times of trouble used to mean keeping track of lots of different phone numbers. In the time it took to figure out who to call, a fire like this one could explode into a deadly inferno.
Keep your line to the right, to the right, to the right.
Firefighters were among the first in the U.S. to recognize the need for a single, easy-to-remember emergency number. Today, in communities served by 911, people in trouble only have to remember that simple three-digit number, no matter what kind of trouble they face. In 1968, the U.S. government and the phone companies got together to pick a number, one that was short and easy to remember, that could be used for all emergency calls. 911 was the result. 911 has also become an important weapon in helping police fight crime.
Yeah, I was on my way home and I stopped for some gas, and there's a bank next to the gas station. No, there's two guys at the ATM machine, and they've got like a crowbar, and they're prying on the day-night teller.
All units stand by on a 911.
Linked by computer to electronic networks,
where are you?
dispatchers have a world of information at their fingertips.
No, I'm not sure.
If you stay calm and answer his questions, the dispatcher can send assistance exactly where it needs to go.
No, I can't tell how old they are.
Okay, so we'll get somebody right there. You stay back, okay? All right, thank you.
6122, 6620, copy of Berg in progress.
The dispatcher is linked by two-way radio to all of a community's emergency services. In cities with the best 911 systems, the dispatcher can send help to the scene within seconds after the call is dialed.
Bank day and night teller have two white males at this time who are on the machine.
Cops.
Stop right there! Beaverton Police! Get your hands where I can see it! Do it now! Do it now! Get your hands on the roof!
Let me see your hands! Turn away from me! Turn away from me! Turn away from me! I want you to get on your knees! On your knees now! No, don't walk away!
Put that thing away!
Walk to your left! Move to your left! I said move to your
Most people aren't trained to step in and stop a crime themselves. That could be dangerous and foolish. But anyone can pick up a phone and dial 911 when they see someone breaking into a building, stealing another's property, or hurting another person.
This way! Stay right there!
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Bring the other arm. Bring the other arm. Come on.
You don't have to be a grown-up to use 911. You don't even have to speak English.
Ahí ya esa para arriba.
These Spanish-speaking children have been taught to use 911 to summon help if their disabled brother, who also has diabetes, goes into insulin shock.
This is Washington County 911. Do you need fire, medical, or police?
When the 911 dispatcher hears a voice speaking a language she doesn't understand, she can call the language line.
This is Washington County 911. We have a Spanish-speaking child on the phone with a possible medical emergency.
This is 911. Do you need fire, medical, or police?
Dígame, por favor, línea de urgencia, policía, ambulancia, bomberos.
It only takes minutes to connect caller and dispatcher with an interpreter who can translate while the caller is on the line. If necessary, the dispatcher can even talk you through first aid steps to take until the medical team arrives. About 3/4 of the people in the U.S. have access to 911. If you don't, then you should look up emergency numbers in the front of your phone book and write them down where you can find them fast.
What's his name? Joaquin? Joaquin, you hear me? Joaquin.
When someone is sick or injured, an emergency medical crew can provide the right treatment much faster if they already have some idea what the problem is.
What we got?
A little diaphoretic, not unconscious.
By answering the dispatcher's questions, these children helped make sure the team had the information it needed to treat their brother's problem.
No parents are at home. It's just the two boys here with him.
Joaquin.
Joaquín. Joaquín. ¿Es su hermano diabético?
Sí.
Okay. Tome insulin?
When a serious medical emergency strikes, you shouldn't hesitate to call 911. If someone is unconscious and you can't wake them up, if they are bleeding badly or seem to have broken bones, or if they are very sick, 911 can bring medical help speeding to your door. With that one simple call, you could help save someone's life.
Hola.
Take that.
¿Sabe lo que pasó?
No.
¿Qué?
¿Qué pasó?
Tenía problema con su diabetes, ¿ok? ¿Sabe dónde está?
No, no estoy.
Está en su casa, ¿ok?
Sí.
Ok.
911, fire, medical, or police?
Not every emergency involves an immediate threat to life or property.
Me and my brother, Zach, we're hearing noises.
Okay, are you home alone?
It also makes sense to call 911 if you suspect someone is prowling around your house or following you, especially if there are no adults around to
And
help.
what's your address, Maeve?
I don't know.
No matter how frightened you are, it's important to stay on the line, stay as calm as possible, and answer every question the dispatcher asks.
Dad's house.
Okay, do you know what city you live
But
in?
what if you don't know the answers to those questions?
What street
What if you aren't sure where you are? Today, more and more cities are using enhanced 911, a system that instantly recognizes incoming phone numbers and can tell the dispatcher exactly where the call is coming from.
Brown.
Enhanced 911 can also help dispatchers track down people who dial the number as a joke that could be deadly if it ties up emergency lines when people in real trouble are trying to get through. Making a false emergency report is against the law, and enhanced 911 can lead police straight to the culprits. But if you're not joking, if you're truly afraid and don't know what to do, 911 can be your lifeline to safety and reassurance.
Father is gone, no location known, left the children home alone.
In a frightening situation, it makes sense to call for someone who is trained to investigate.
Hi.
Hi.
Officer
Hi.
Piazza, what happened?
Oh, we're scared.
Scared? Can I come in?
Sure.
What scared you?
Well, there was a dark shadow walking around the house.
Where did you see the shadow?
Right outside
Out the front
window.
door? Okay, well, I took a walk around the house and everything looks all right. Are you home alone?
Yeah.
How old are you?
9.
You're 9. How old are
7.
you? You're 7. 7 and 9. Well, you're a pretty big guy, but 9's a little young to be home alone. Especially not knowing where Dad's at. Where's your mom? Is she at home?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't I come over and sit on the couch and let's talk a little bit.
21-23.
Do you just come to visit your dad? You don't live with your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did the right thing by calling 911 when you didn't know what was going on or you saw something outside, because that's what it's for. But I'm a little concerned about your dad leaving you home here alone and not leaving any way to get a hold of him.
Sometimes fears turn out to be groundless, but it may take a trained person to tell the difference. Most experts say the best rule is, if you believe you have an emergency, go ahead and call. Sometimes trouble strikes when people are far from home. As long as you can get to a phone, there's a good chance 911 can send you help. If you have one, a cellular phone can be a smart thing to take along on a camping trip or adventure.
Hello, 911. I need help. My friend has fallen. He could be lost or hurt.
Okay, calm down a little bit. I can get you some help up there, but I need to know what's going on, okay?
I'm
Where
a
did this
climber.
happen at?
We were climbing.
Emergencies can be terrifying things, even for adults, especially when someone is hurt. But it's important to stay on the line, stay as calm as you can, and answer everything the dispatcher asks.
It looks like he fell off the cliff up there. I called to him. He didn't answer. I couldn't see him.
Okay, we can get some help going up there. If you can just stay on the line for a minute, I'll get him started, and then I need to get some more information from you. What do we got? Jim, I just got
Cities and towns aren't the only places where 911 links emergency services together. In some remote areas of the United States and Canada, 911 is being used as well. In many of the places where people like to hike and ski and climb, trained teams of volunteers stand ready to help if one of those people gets lost or injured in the wild.
I was leading, and we were going up the ridge line, and I turned around, and Doug was gone. I went back maybe 30, 40 feet, and he looked like he stepped through the cornice there. There was the hole in the snow.
Like their paid fire and police counterparts, these rescue volunteers are also part of the 911 community of service. A 911 dispatcher can call volunteers together quickly by radio or telephone when authorities need their help.
Down yesterday evening and gave us a call, and he could see where he went down, but could see no sign of him over the edge.
Trained to work under strenuous outdoor conditions, mountain and wilderness rescue teams include people who are equipped and able to cope with dangerous situations. By having instant access to a whole array of experts, 911 dispatchers can help summon a team with exactly the skills for the job, whether it's tackling an icy mountain slope or backing down a sheer cliff face to reach a stranded climber.
Doug? Doug?
Yeah.
Boy, am I glad to see you. Don't move and do not grab me. Stay still, okay?
The teams include medics who are trained to quickly identify and treat an accident victim's most immediate injuries. The remote team uses radios to stay in touch with their base camp. Treating immediate injuries is only half the job. Next comes the work of making the victim as comfortable and secure as possible for the rugged trip back to safety.
Base copies.
Okay. You think you can sit up?
You try to help us out here a little bit. Hang on to this rope, maybe? Step up if you can.
There you go.
And dear motion, keep your weight.
In a city, an emergency team would rush someone to a hospital as quickly as possible. In remote areas, rescue can take days. Wilderness rescue teams have to be prepared to keep an injured person alive and comfortable as long as it takes to get back to civilization and help.
Base 2, hasty team.
Hasty team leader, go ahead.
We've got a change in the weather. Weather Service advises we've got a cold front moving in from the north, and it looks like it's going to envelop the mountain. It could be kind of nasty on you. It doesn't look like you're going to get off tonight. Why don't you plan on putting in a bivvy at the Ryder Glacier bivvy site that we talked about?
In a city or in the wilderness, it takes many people working together as a tight-knit team to save even a single life.
Slide him in. 1, 2, 3.
Emergency teams everywhere come prepared to do whatever they must to keep a person alive, and they stay on duty as long as it takes. Anyone can be a hero, thanks to 911. All it takes is quick thinking, a level head, and a nearby telephone. If someone gets hurt and you can't find a grown-up to help, call 911. You can use a payphone, and you don't even need a coin. The call is free.
Hello. Our friend hit his head playing basketball. Yes, we're at 36 and Davenport Street. He's unconscious.
Across the U.S. and Canada, 911 is fast becoming the universal gateway to getting help and getting it fast. If you see somebody committing a crime or hurting someone, you can use 911 to summon the police. If you smell smoke or see flames, 911 can summon firefighters with all the equipment at their command. If there's an accident, if someone is sick or badly injured, 911 can get them medical help and even save their lives. Anytime you are in danger or someone else is, dial 911. Stay calm, stay on the line, and the 911 network will send the emergency help you need.